everyone. Welcome to the J&May English Podcast. Mr. J, I have a secret. When I started learning English, I cried because I couldn't remember the word for spoon.
Don't feel bad, May. Most learners fail because they think they need to be perfect on day one. But the truth is, the journey is just a series of small, messy steps.
A journey? That sounds like a long trip. Is that why people call it a learning journey?
Exactly. It is not a race. A race is about speed, but a journey is about what you learn along the way. Today, we want to help you enjoy that trip.
I love that. Guys, if you want to join our journey every week, please subscribe to the show. We want to grow with you.
We really do. So, May, let's go back. You mentioned the spoon. What was the hardest part for you at the very beginning?
Definitely the fear. I was so scared of making a mistake. I thought if I said, I goes, instead of I go, the world would end.
That is language anxiety. It's that nervous feeling in your stomach. But here's a simple trick. Mistakes are actually data.
Data? Like information for a computer?
Yes, when you make a mistake, your brain gets a signal. It says, oh, that didn't work. Let's try this. If you never make a mistake, your brain stays lazy.
So I should be happy when I mess up? That's hard. It feels embarrassing.
It feels embarrassing because we focus on ourselves. But in the real world, people just want to understand you. If you ask for a food poker instead of a fork, will you get your food?
Probably. They will know what I mean. Food poker. I should use that.
See, you communicated. This part is vital. English is a tool, not a test. When I started teaching, I saw many students who knew all the grammar rules but couldn't order a coffee.
That was me. I knew the present perfect tense, but I was too shy to say hello to my neighbor. I felt like a robot without a battery.
That's because textbooks teach how the language works, but not how to live it. To start your journey, you need to find your why. May, why did you want to learn?
I wanted to watch movies without the subtitles, those little words at the bottom. I wanted to feel the emotion of the actors.
That is a great why. When the journey gets difficult, and it will, your why is what keeps you walking.
I remember one time I almost quit. I was trying to learn phrasal verbs, like get up or get over. I felt like my head was going to explode.
Phrasal verbs are like mountain peaks. They're steep, but you don't climb the whole mountain in one jump. You take one step.
I tried to learn 20 in one day. That was my mistake, right?
Definitely. Your brain is like a sponge. If you pour a whole bucket of water on a sponge, most of it runs off. But if you drip the water slowly, the sponge stays wet.
I love that. One drip at a time. Mr. J, what is the first thing a beginner should do when they feel lost?
Look back at how far you have come. Even saying my name is a victory. We look at the top of the mountain and feel small, but we forget we already walked 5 miles.
That's so true. I used to focus on the 90% I didn't know instead of the 10% I did.
Exactly. And that 10% is your foundation. Without a foundation, the heavy stones at the bottom of a building, everything else will fall down.
I think my foundation was shaky. I tried to learn business English before I could even talk about my day.
Many learners do that. They try to run before they can walk. It makes the journey feel painful instead of exciting.
It really does. I remember feeling so frustrated when I listened to the news and understood 0 words. 0.
But that's normal. The news is fast. It's like trying to climb Mount Everest in your pajamas. You weren't ready for that weather yet.
My pajamas. So, how do we choose the right weather for our journey?
Look for comprehensible input. That just means finding things you understand about 70% of.
70%? So, I should still feel a little bit challenged?
Yes, if you understand 100%, you're not learning. If you understand 10%, you're just confused. 70% is the sweet spot where your brain stays interested.
I found my sweet spot with children's stories. Is that okay for an adult?
It's smart. Those stories use real-world English with simple structures. They're the perfect map.
I felt a bit silly reading about a green cat, but I learned the word fur.
And now you'll never forget it. But there's a secret to making these steps stick in your memory forever.
A secret? Oh, I love secrets. Is it a magic book?
It's much simpler than that, but most people ignore it.
Don't keep me waiting, Mr. J. What is this simple secret that everyone is ignoring?
It is called the power of small wins. Most people think they need to study for 3 hours every Saturday, but the secret is to study for just 15 minutes every single day.
15 minutes? That feels too short. Can I really learn a whole language in 15 minutes?
You can't learn it all in one day, no, but consistency, doing something again and again, is the engine of your journey. If you study for 3 hours once a week, your brain forgets 80% of it by the next Saturday.
That makes sense. It's like exercise. If I go to the gym for 5 hours one day and then sit on the couch for a month, I won't get fit.
Exactly. This part is vital. Your brain needs to see English every day to believe it is important. If you only see it once a week, your brain thinks, oh, this is just a hobby, and it throws the information away.
My brain is very good at throwing things away. I remember learning the word available 5 times before it actually stayed in my head.
That is because available is a big word, but if you see it in a story on Monday, hear it in a song on Tuesday, and read it on a sign on Wednesday, it becomes part of you.
So, consistency is the glue. But, Mr. J, what if I'm busy? Life happens. Sometimes I'm tired or I have too much work.
That's when you use the 2-minute rule. If you are too tired for 15 minutes, just do 2 minutes. Read one sentence. Listen to one chorus of a song. Just don't break the chain.
I like that. Don't break the chain. It makes me feel like a professional.
You are a professional learner. And here's a simple trick for you. Change your phone settings to English.
Oh, excited. I did that once. I got lost trying to find my camera app, but I learned the words settings and general very quickly.
See? That is real-world English. You're forced to use the language to solve a problem. That's when the most growth happens.
It was frustrating at first, but now it feels natural. I don't even think about it. But what about speaking, Mr. J? My journey feels very lonely because I don't have anyone to talk to.
This is where most learners fail. They wait until they are ready to speak, but you're never ready until you start.
But who do I talk to? My cat doesn't answer me.
Talk to yourself. I'm serious. When you're making breakfast, say, I am making eggs. I am pouring the coffee.
My neighbors will think I am crazy. Look at May, she's talking to her toast again.
Let them think that. You are building the muscle memory in your mouth. Your tongue needs to practice moving in new ways for English sounds.
That's true. Some sounds, like the th in think, are really hard for me. My tongue feels like it's tied in a knot.
That's because it's a new workout. If you don't practice those small movements alone, you will be too nervous to do them in front of a person.
So talking to my toast is actually a warm-up for a real conversation.
Precisely. It builds confidence. Confidence is 50% of the journey. If you believe you can communicate, you will.
I noticed that. When I'm happy, my English sounds better. When I'm stressed, I forget the word for hello.
We all do, even experts. The goal is to make English a habit instead of a task. A task is something you have to do. A habit is just something you are.
Like brushing my teeth. I don't think, oh no, I have to brush my teeth today. I just do it.
Exactly. If you make English part of your morning routine, you stop fighting with yourself. You just flow with the journey.
I'm starting to feel much better about my messy start now. I used to think I was the only one struggling.
You are never alone. Every fluent speaker you see was once a beginner who couldn't remember the word for spoon.
That makes me feel so much better. But there's one more thing that scares me. What about the plateau?
Ah, the plateau. That is the flat part of the mountain where it feels like you're not going up anymore.
Yes, I've been there for months. I feel like I'm not getting better. It's so boring.
The plateau is actually where the magic happens. Your brain is solidifying what you learned. It's like waiting for cement to dry. You can't build the next floor until the first one is hard.
So I'm not stuck, I'm just drying.
Exactly. You are getting stronger, but I have a specific way to break through that plateau and start climbing again.
Tell me, I'm ready for the next level.
It involves changing your input in a very specific way.
Okay, Mr. J, don't leave me hanging. How do I stop drying like cement and start moving up the mountain again?
Drying like cement? You have to challenge your ears. When you reach a plateau, it is usually because your brain has become too comfortable. You are listening to the same types of things and using the same words every day.
That is so true. I use the same 5 adjectives for everything: good, bad, happy, sad, and hungry.
We call those safe words. To break the plateau, you need to step out of your comfort zone. This part is vital. You must start consuming content made for native speakers, but in small bites.
Native speaker content? Like real movies or podcasts like this one? But that's scary.
It is, but here's a simple trick. Use the 2-minute deep dive. Take a 2-minute clip of a YouTube video or a scene from a movie. Don't just watch it, study it.
What do you mean by study it? Should I write down every single word?
Not every word. Listen for the music of the sentence. Where do they go high? Where do they go low? Then try to copy them exactly. We call this shadowing.
Shadowing? Like being a ghost?
Exactly. You follow the speaker like a shadow. You say the words at the same time they do. It forces your brain to speed up and match the natural rhythm of English.
Oh, I've tried that. It makes me feel like a famous actress. But I always get stuck on the slang. People in movies don't talk like my textbook.
They don't. Real-world English is messy. People use gonna, wanna, and dunno. If you only study textbooks, you'll be confused when you hear a real person talk.
Exactly. My book says, I am going to the store. My friend says, I'm gonna hit the shop. I was so confused.
Hit the shop. That's a great example. These are idioms and collocations, words that naturally hang out together. The more you shadow real people, the more these phrases become your own.
It sounds like the journey never really ends, does it?
It doesn't, but that's the beauty of it. Even I am still learning new expressions. The goal isn't to reach a finish line. The goal is to become a person who can express their soul in a second language.
Express their soul. Wow, Mr. J, that's deep. I just want to express that I'm hungry for pizza.
Well, start with the pizza and the soul will follow. Just remember, be patient with yourself. You are building a new version of yourself.
I love that. I feel so much more excited about my journey now. It's okay to be messy, it's okay to talk to my toast, and it's okay to read about green cats.
It is more than okay. It is the only way to grow.
Thank you so much, Mr. J. This has been so helpful. Guys, we want to hear from you. What is one messy mistake you made when you started your English journey? Let us know in the comments.
We can't wait to read your stories. Remember, every mistake is just one more step toward the top.
See you in the next episode. Bye.
Goodbye, everyone.